Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Each and every culture has their tales and stories of legendary battles and warriors, most of them with equally as legendary weaponry. From the mighty staff of Sun Wukong to the fabled sword of King Arthur, we're giving you our picks for the top 10 most powerful mythological weapons. Number 10. Ruyi Jingu Bang, Chinese. When Sun Wukong, the fabled Monkey King from Journey to the West, grew bored of his duties, he departed. Seeking a weapon worthy of his own hands, he would head to the East Sea to find the Dragon King Ao Guang and his mighty collection of weapons. The dragon would suggest a large black iron rod by the name of Ruyi Jingu Bang, the rod used by the gods to flatten and measure the bed of the Milky Way. When not in use, the holy staff was said to be no bigger than a needle, but upon the will of the user, it could grow large enough to fill the universe. Number 9. Kaumodaki, Hindu. Gada, a terrifying yet charitable demon, was tricked by Vishnu, who was disguised as a poet, into ripping himself apart. The divine architect, Visvakarman, would then use the parts to craft a fierce and mighty mace-like weapon, the Gada. After completing the weapon, Visvakarman would gift it to Vishnu. Kaumodaki, the legendary Gada of Vishnu, would be named in the great Hindu epic Mahabharata, in which it is associated with Krishna, the avatar of Vishnu. The mace, set as one of Vishnu's 4 major relics, which he grasped in each of his hands, are the conch, the lotus, the chakra, and of course the Gada Kaumodaki. Number 8. Zulfikar, Islamic. Unofficially called the Muslim Excalibur, the Zulfikar is a fabled sword of legend belonging to Ali ibn Abi Talib, who is said to have been gifted the sword by the great Prophet Muhammad. According to traditional Islamic tales, the Prophet Muhammad owned 2 swords, the first a common straight-bladed sword, and the other a curved split blade attributed to many victories. Incredibly sharp, it is said Ali had once cleaved both horse and rider in two with a single swing of the mythical sword, going as far as to say it would have gouged a hole into the earth if the archangel Jibril had not stayed the hand of Ali. Number 7. Zeus's lightning bolt, Greek. Zeus's lightning bolt was forged for him by the mighty Cyclopes and Hecatonchires after Zeus would free them from the bowels of the earth, and in return for that freedom, they gifted the Olympian the tools for his success during the 10-year uprising against the Titans, known as the Titanomachy. Zeus's lightning bolt is more than just a weapon, though. It is more figurative for his domains in which he ruled. Not only was he known as the king of gods, Zeus was also assigned as the god of the sky and thunder. Number 6. Gandiva, Hindu. In tale, the bow known as Gandiva is the strongest bow to have ever been created. The Gandiva is unbreakable and paired with 2 separate quivers of arrows, both of which would never empty. With each successful release of the bow, the strings would clap like thunder striking. Gandiva is a creation of the Brahman, an ancient and absolute force that runs within us, the same force in which the Hindu gods are manifestations of. The bow would only work its powers upon those that it chose, having to form a strong bond with the weapon. And despite the fact that Gandiva had many possessors, it is said that it truly became part of the fabled archer Arjuna, belonging to him in a way that it belonged to no other. Number 5. Lance of Longinus, Christian. A spear so powerful that it's said to be able to bend destiny to the wielder's will, as cursed as it is mighty. For once the spear leaves one's possession, they will die within a matter of days. It was known by many names, the Spear of Destiny, Holy Lance, and even the Lance of Longinus, named after the Roman who pierced the side of Jesus of Nazareth. The lance was said to be used by many great military leaders such as Alaric, Charles Martel, Theodosius, and even Charlemagne. As time went on, the legend grew, and it was soon believed that anyone who acquired the spear would gain the power to conquer the world. This would drive many aspiring conquerors to seek it out, such as Adolf Hitler and Napoleon Bonaparte. Number 4. Gungnir. The Norse, with many famous warriors and nearly as many legendary weapons, such as Thor, Odin's son's mighty Mjolnir, to the greatest Buddha Vidar, none would match the power of the All-Father's personal armament, the spear Gungnir. After a bout of typical mischievousness, Loki would be bound for Svartalfheim in order to redeem himself to Thor. The dwarves there would then fashion for the trickster god 3 powerful relics, golden hair for the goddess Sif, the best of all ships, Skliblinir, and the deadliest and fiercest of all spears for Odin, the mighty Gungnir. Number 3. Green Dragon Crescent Blade, Chinese. The holy Guan Dao is feared by all those who are dark, and was bestowed from the heavens to the mighty warrior Guan Yu. Forged under a full moon by the best blacksmith in the world, right as the final blow would be made to the steel, the wind would howl and rise and blow hard as the clouds gathered overhead. As the skies cleared, 1,780 individual drops of blood rained from the sky. The wizards at the time would claim that the blood was from that of a green dragon, and would give the Guan Dao the name Green Dragon Crescent Blade. Number 2. Kusanagi no Tsurugi, Japanese. The goddess Amaterasu would send her grandson, Ninigigo Mukoto, to bring peace to a war-torn Japan. She would send with him 3 relics, which would come to be known as the Imperial Regalia: a jewel, a mirror, and the sword Ami no Morokumo no Tsurugi, meaning Sword of the Gathering Clouds of Heaven. When Ninigi would finally achieve his goal many years later, he would bestow the sword to Yamato Takeru. Yamato, who would discover the blade was able to control the wind, would eventually change its name to Kusanagi no Tsurugi, meaning grass-cutter sword. Number 1. Excalibur and Carwinin, British. Tom, the father of Guinevere and finest blacksmith of the time, would create his finest masterpiece ever, Excalibur. Forged and burnished in the breath of a great dragon at the request of Merlin for Arthur Pendragon, son of legendary King Uther Pendragon, Merlin would imbue Excalibur with the power to slay anything, be it mortal or magical, dead or alive. King Arthur, however, had no shortage of mystical weaponry, for he also had in his possession the dagger Carwinin, which gifted the user the power to conceal themselves in magical shadow. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and look for the links below to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, I know, some of the names that they gave to these things, I think they did it just to trip up the narrator. I really do. You know, why couldn't they name something the Mighty Stick?
Oh no, it's the Monkey King. He's coming at me with
The Mighty Stick.